Good afternoon from Hong Kong. Today it is Wednesday, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon here. And I thought I would just do a quick video. Well, it may not be quick, so I'll ask for your patience. There's a lot to talk about. But I just wanted, first of all, to give you a little update on our new church facility. I am standing, as you can see, in our new church facility. We are about, I guess I would say, 30 minutes walking, 15 minutes driving away from our old location. We're on the 25th floor of this building, which you can kind of see out there, the back windows there. But I'll give you a little look around here. We think we can fit around 160 chairs in here right now. Church even has a baptistry up there and has some classroom space. Well, I'm going to get you really dizzy here. Classroom space here in the back that can also be used for auditorium space or set up right now for our Wednesday night Bible study. And then we also have the first floor that is available to us, and that's getting remodeled. The first floor will have our offices, also more Sunday school space. So this last Sunday, we had quite a few visitors, some from the U.S., some from some missionary families that were visiting, and we had around 122 here for our Sunday services. Sorry, I'm going to try and situate this so it's not quite so big on my face. There we go. I just want to give you a little update. A lot of you have been praying for the last few weeks, and a lot of you have given towards the last few weeks. And I just want to let you know it has gone extremely well. Probably the last month has been the busiest month that I've had here in Hong Kong, and that's a wonderful thing. I don't know how much you know about me, but I love being busy in ministry. And busy doesn't always mean activity, but the last couple of weeks it definitely has meant that. On July 31st, we started our basketball camp, and we ran 6 hours of basketball camp on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of that week. On Monday, we had a couple people come in to help. On Tuesday, Monday night, my daughters came in along with Marcus Baggett. And then later on in the week, I believe it was on Wednesday night, Samuel Fuller came in. Then on Friday night, Zach Forrester and Jacob Rincon came in, and then on Saturday, my brother came in. And if I got those airport runs off, please forgive me. But we had a full week of basketball camp then, but we were also trying to move into our new church facility at the same time. People asked me, how did that happen? And I said, it was the worst possible time to try and do a church move for me, but that's not what it's all about, right? We got in, our pastor, Pastor Johnson, did a ton of work. I did a lot of work, but while he was gone, then he did a bunch of work when I was busy with these camps, and we're here. We've now had 2 services here, and really thankful for that. We had about 122 here on Sunday, which was quite a bit more than what we've been averaging. A lot of that was some guests, but a lot of that was also, we had 2 families that were visiting this past Sunday that heard about the church through the camp. And so excited for some of those possibilities as well. Let me give you a quick rundown of the camp. The basketball camp was really good. And then on Sunday, we came to church here. Sorry for changing the view. My arm was getting tired. But Sunday, we came to church, had our Sunday morning service. We had lunch right in the back of the church. And then our camp staff proceeded to head out about a 45-minute drive from here to Sai Kung, if you want to look on the map, see where that is, that area in Hong Kong, to a camp facility. And from Sunday afternoon until Wednesday morning, we had the primary camp. And then from Wednesday afternoon until Saturday morning, we had the secondary camp. And my brother, Samuel Fuller, Marcus Baggett, were a huge help with the program side of things and even the preaching. Then Pastor Johnson also was a huge help with the preaching and the program side of things. And then my 2 daughters, Annie and Abby, and then also a girl from our church. And then Joe and Zach helped being counselors. The primary camp, we only had 13. Obviously, I was disappointed with that number, but I'm praise the Lord for how it went. Just the response from the parents, the response from the young people, And we know for sure that one prayed to be saved. She had heard about the camp through another school, but we had, I think, one there that had never, the only way she heard about the camp was through social media advertising. So that was exciting, and so had a good first camp with the primary students. I think they had a blast, and their parents had great comments about it. Then with the secondary camp, we had 32, I think 18, maybe it was 20 girls and 12 guys. And there was a good mix there of people from Hong Kong, but also then several missionary kids. And so I was thankful for both of those opportunities. We had one for sure profession of faith. I say for sure, from our perspective, God knows the heart. That got saved at the camp, and then and this was a girl that found out about the camp through social media, through our social media ads, and then several others that had never really been around this kind of preaching. For most of the young people that came to camp, this was a new experience for them. Obviously, some of the missionary kids had been to the wild, some of them knew about this style of camp, but for all of the local, and it was about half and half, all the people from here or that are international families that are here in Hong Kong, this was brand new for them. And so it went better than I expected. How's that? I was in tears several times, especially at the end. Maybe I was just tired, but I was in tears several times considering what God had done and allowing it to go well, with all kinds of concerns and wonders and potential problems, and it just went as good as it could have gone. The facility there, we'll use that facility again. It was everything that we wanted it to be. It just took a lot of work to figure out the processes and what you pay for, what you don't, what you're allowed to do, what you're not. And so now we have that knowledge. Our staff was a wonderful help, and we're excited to see how God will move this forward in the future. You can now be praying. It's Wednesday afternoon here. Tonight, actually it's tomorrow morning, but around midnight, Jonathan and I will be flying to Ukraine to serve with missionary Derek Thomas there in Ukraine. And I'll be preaching in a church. Matter of fact, I'll be preaching at a church of a guy, a Ukrainian that he was on my hall. When I was a hall leader, he was on my hall at Bob Jones University. And he's now pastoring in the Ukraine. And I'll be speaking for him on Sunday. And that's just, what an awesome experience. And but then I'll be doing a week of teaching on worship, and so appreciate your prayers for that. My son Jonathan is going with me. We're going to also run some games for them and just do a variety of things. Just try to be an encouragement to some people who have been through a lot there in that part of the world. When we get back, we'll get back on Saturday, August 26th. We'll have services right here on Sunday, August 27th. And then August 28th, we'll be flying to the U.S. My daughter, Sarah, is expecting a baby, and my daughter-in-law, Karis, Nathan's wife, is expecting a baby, both baby girls. So I'll have two more grandbabies. I have two more grandbabies that are on the way, and we're really excited for that. So lots going on, lots of traveling, but just praise the Lord. So many of you, we had Vacation Bible School groups that sent funds to help with the camp, to help with the cost of the plane tickets of those coming over. So many of you churches helped and gave. So many of you as individuals have been giving, and the money is not being wasted. Even some of the funds, I booked 50 spots for both camps. I know I was too optimistic, okay? And so some of that we still had to pay for. We didn't have to pay for all of it. So the registration costs didn't cover all of it. And so some of the funds that you all have given are helping for that kind of thing. And hopefully next year we can have a little better idea of what to expect. But just thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the encouragement on social media. You can see a lot of the pictures. If you go to Hope in Action International on Facebook or on Instagram, you can see a lot of the pictures and videos of what went on there at camp. We appreciate your continued prayers. Continue to pray for Pastor Johnson and his family. I'm so privileged to be working with him and serving with him. His ministry here at our church is a huge part of the success that is happening at those camps because people trust Island Baptist Church and they trust Pastor Johnson. So continue to pray for them. You can continue to pray for our family as well. Jonathan will be a senior in high school this year, taking courses through Maranatha to get ready for university after his next year. So God bless you all. And we'd love to hear from you either through my email or through social media. We just love hearing what God's doing in your life and what you're learning and what you want to know about what's going on here in Hong Kong. So again, sorry for the unprofessional video, but may the Lord bless you as you seek to stay faithful, His glory. Thank you for your prayers for us here in Hong Kong.